Hey folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're staying close to home and we're going to try for some bass in Waukesha County.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Just a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! It's a huge fish! It's a huge fish!
This is amazing.
What do you got?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, folks, we're in Waukesha County, which is a very short distance from my house, and we're going to be fishing Pine Lake today. We may go over to Oconomowoc Lake, we may go over to Okachi, but this is the first year that we can legally fish for smallmouth and largemouth bass after the 1st of April. And I'm with my buddy Caleb Zorn today, just the two of us in the boat. 21-foot boat, I'm in the back, Caleb's in the front, Ryan's in the middle. We're doing our social distancing. But I guess, Caleb, this time of the year, with 43-degree water temp, you really don't know where the bass are going to be, do you?
No, John, this is kind of uncharted territory for us, able to fish this early in the spring. So all we're going to do is cover a lot of water from deep, shallow weeds, just going to keep traveling.
And folks, if we don't find the bass, we bought our crappie gear with us too, and our bluegill stuff, so we will catch something. And we'll show you what we're using and how we're using it, all of that coming up right after this.
I wasn't happy with the layout, the setup, the performance of the other boats that were out there. Each boat has its own little good thing and its own little bad thing. I tried to meld all of that together to make a boat that was as good as can be to satisfy everyone. We feel that Recon's better than other boats for performance, whole shot. Every boat is a custom order built specifically for the customer. Recon is priced typically much lower than the competitors and still keep the quality there and the performance there. I like to see the finished product, see it leave on a trailer ready for the water. The overall satisfaction of building a vehicle, building something people can enjoy, get out and fish in.
Hey folks, you can win this all-new 2020 Yamaha X2 XTR. This is the same machine that we use on the show. Of course, we depend on Yamaha ATVs and side-by-sides to get us where we need to go to catch fish. Now you have a chance to win this one for yourself. This XTR Edition Wolverine is ready for extreme adventure with a factory-installed Warn winch, special edition paint, color-matched wheels, and aggressive GBC Dirt Commander tires. It's really easy to enter. Find the link on our Facebook, Instagram, or website. Good luck.
What's the difference between a good net and a great net? Simple. It's all in the features. Fortis nets by Clam Outdoors are tough, safe on fish, easy to use, and a telescoping handle. Learn more about Fortis nets at clamoutdoors.com.
You know, before we started looking for the bass, we were driving out here and saw tons of crappies in the weeds, right, Caleb?
Tons of crappies, John. I mean, we drove over a ginormous school, and all I did was put on that little crappie scrub without a bobber just because the water's so clear. And literally, I think the thing was down there for 10, 15 seconds, and that's kind of the first bite of the day.
Oh, you're hot up there.
There's a...
No bobber, huh?
No bobber. Feels like a better one, though. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice crappie right there.
Him in.
Ooh, nicely done, Caleb. Good job, pal. I actually was casting a bass bait up here because I saw some bass swimming around, you know.
There's a lot of fish on this weed flat.
Yes, there are. And as it warms up today, there's going to be more, right? And they're going to be more active.
Active, yep.
Hey, Caleb, here we go. And we stopped crappie fishing, folks. We're trying for anything that bites. No, we're trying for bass. And I think what I have on here is a small northern pikey. Yeah, a little pike there, Caleb. Of course, there we go, that release him. But what we're doing, folks, is trying to cover water in these weed flats, looking for largemouth bass and smallmouth. And I'm just actually using a jerk minnow, and Caleb's using a stick bait. So we'll just keep moving around these areas until, let's see if we can find some bass. Well, I guess
John, we fished a lot of water.
Yeah, what do you got here, crappie on? Well, we should tell the folks we've spotted a lot of bass, a lot of pike, a lot of walleye in the shallows, but with this sun and no wind, we can't get them to bite, so we came back to the crappies, huh?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, we covered a lot of water and saw a lot of bass, you know, up shallow. We covered a lot of deep weeds, but this is kind of what we're going after right now because they're cooperating.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you're getting pretty hot, and you're using the live minnow.
Live minnow right now, John. You know, waiting for things to heat up. It's still a little early, but this definitely feels like a better one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
No.
No, I mean, you know.
It's a great eater.
Hey, 20 miles from Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
No, that's what's cool. You know, we got so many of these beautiful lakes in Waukesha County. You know, Pine, Okauchee, Pewaukee, Oconomowoc, and, you know, all of them have crappies.
All of them have great crappie fishing. John,
what
I got two rods going. I'm trying to get a minnow on another one, and this bobber goes down. Another nice crappie.
Yeah, they're not as big as the ones we were catching a couple weeks ago,
nope.
But you know, that's the eater size right there.
This is.
And I want each of us to keep 5 or 6.
Just enough for a meal. Yeah, this will be perfect right here.
Live bait though today, huh? So far.
So far.
Now that one bit on the crappie scrub, and as the day goes by and this water warms up, folks, not too bad. Again, you know, these aren't the big crappies, but perfect eater size. But that little crappie scrub is usually unbeatable. And today we got 44-degree water temps, so I'm going to stick with that, Caleb.
There we go.
Now, are you
feels like a better one.
Are you tail hooking the minnows?
John, I'm tail hooking the minnows. I got one with the jig and one with just that little gold hook.
That eagle claw hook.
Yep.
There's a co-catch for you.
Thanks.
Ready? I'll swing. Okay, yeah, you can swing it back. There you go.
Here we go. Another nice little eater, John.
But you know, we talked about that eagle claw gold Aberdeen hook a couple of weeks ago. How it gives a little bit of a flash.
A little bit of a flash, and like you said, you really tail hook them so that minnow looks natural in the water. But that's kind of what a lot of these fish are liking right now.
Ooh, yeah. Good hook set there, Caleb.
Feels good.
Well, if you can't catch bass, you might as well catch crappies.
Especially when they're stacked up like this, John.
Now that is a nice crappie right there, Caleb.
That's a good fish.
That is a good fish. You know, not the trophies, but again, good eater size, and keep a half dozen or 10, but you know, that one's a really nice fish, isn't it?
Yeah, great looking fish.
Now tell the folks what you look for this time of year.
You know, right now when we came out, we're just kind of off this point. It's got a little bit of a weed flat, and a lot of these fish are just kind of cruising around this point. You know, since we got here, we haven't really moved yet, and these fish are moving back and forth around these weeds in this little peninsula we're sticking out right here.
So you look for the north end of the lake, which we always talk about, and the water temp on the south end of the lake was 41. Up here it's 44.
Yeah, it's a little bit warmer.
We are fishing the lakes of Waukesha County, a half-hour drive from Milwaukee, 1.5 hours from Chicago, and 4.5 hours from Minneapolis.
Have you ever wondered what oil goes in your vehicle or your ATV? Well, at AMSOIL, we've got some industry-leading lookup guides that we spend a ton of time maintaining. So you could type in your snowmobile, you could type in your truck, you could type in your everyday commuter car, and it'll tell you what oil, what filter, and how much of each you need. You can also add your vehicle to the AMSOIL garage, and then it's saved. So next time you need an oil change, you just click a button. For more information, check out AMSOIL.com.
The first thing that we're going to do today is attack panfish in the basin of the lake.
Just gives it a little extra flavor or smell.
Fishing jumbo perch in Devil's Lake, North Dakota. This is not too early to come out and catch walleyes, huh?
It's never too early.
This middle of May stuff for walleyes, it's cool.
It's a night and day difference putting the bait mate on.
This is ranked as one of the top smallmouth destinations in the world. And that bait mate does work, doesn't it?
It does.
August is a great time to come here. We're going to be targeting lake trout today. It's fall. Well, yeah, it is fall. It's really be a blast coming out here muskie fishing.
Catch more fish all year long with Baitmate Fish Attractant. Check it out at baitmate.com.
Over time, there's always been this game of nip and tuck with professional shallow water guides, balancing weight with power. With the new 140 G2, now I have an inline 3-cylinder that will still allow me to float in less than 10 inches of water. The bonus is I've got all the power and torque I want now, and I've got way more speed than I deserve.
Wow. Is that 5 in a row for you?
I think so, John.
Well, I'm going to switch to the Eagle Claw hook and the minnow. And you're getting me a fish fry, Caleb, and yourself too.
Yeah,
right?
this is pretty good action here.
Well, again, we started out for the bass, and we'll go back to that, but it's kind of hard to beat this right now.
Right now, this is really hard to beat.
Ooh, Caleb.
Another crappie here,
I'm
John.
going to ask you to move the boat a little bit to the east, so I got a cast in there.
Another good crappie.
Yeah, I mean, those are beautiful fish, Caleb. Aren't they?
Yeah, these are good fish. You know what, John? I think we're going to throw this one back here.
Let me see the size of him. Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful
that's a
fish.
Good fish right here.
And explain to the folks why you're going to throw him back.
You know, a lot of these bigger ones, they're your spawners in here, and you know, the smaller ones we're going to keep just, you know, half dozen to a dozen for a fish fry. These ones are going to keep the lake coming around. You know, John, we moved the boat a little bit and had like a 10-minute lull.
Yeah, but what we want to tell the folks, though, is that moving around is key. And these crappies are spread all over these flats and groups, right?
And yeah, like we said before, we're fishing kind of this little point, and it's got weeds, you know, anywhere from 8 to 12 foot. And the weeds probably come up a good 3 to 4 foot, and we got these bobbers set down about 5 foot. And these crappies are just cruising suspended, and next thing you know, here they are running into them.
We were just thinking about moving, and ooh, here he is. There we go, on my favorite crappie scrub there. But no, as we were talking about before, folks, you might sit in one spot and catch 5 or 6, and then they stop biting, and you don't have to move far. You just take the Minn Kota, move about 30 feet to the right or the left, and try and find another group. There's that crappie scrub, and people were asking me, I use a 32nd ounce Kalin jig on there, and it's got a little keeper on it, and that's the way, and I set the bobber down about 4 or 5 feet in 10 feet of water. Another one on the scrubber Rudy there, and there we go, Caleb. Oh, we got a little breeze now, which may help us. When we were doing the bass fishing this morning, folks, glass calm, and I think you need a little bit of a breeze to get those bass going. Another good eater right there on the old scrubberoo. And yeah, Caleb, we'll go back to the bass fishing a little bit later on. Let this water warm up a little bit, maybe get some cloud cover in. You know, this isn't one after another, but it's pretty fast fishing, right?
It is, John. You know, we've kind of been moving around here since we got in. This feels like a better fish.
Oh yeah, that's nice crappie right
Not
there.
hooked that well. I think he might get off if I flip him.
Oh, come on, there you go. Nicely done. But yeah, as I said before, if they stop biting, just slide over a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's what we kind of been doing, getting onesies, twosies, and just kind of moving around, trying to stay on them.
And I should mention to the folks, and you would agree with me on this, that this crappie fishing on all of our lakes in southern Wisconsin lasts well into May, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're just getting into the beginning, looking forward to the next few weeks here.
With so many people stuck at home and all the restaurants closed for the foreseeable future, the only way to enjoy a great meal with your family is to eat it at home. Johnsonville has been making great tasting sausage since 1945, and they've got a fantastic selection of products that can be the highlight of just about any recipe. This week, I'm making chili using Johnsonville mild Italian ground sausage, but links would work great too. I found a simple 5-ingredient recipe online, but you can use your favorite chili recipe too. Just substitute your Johnsonville of choice for the beef. That mild Italian really makes this chili. Submit your recipe underneath the full episode link on our Facebook, and maybe we'll feature it in an upcoming show. It was really good. I'm gonna eat this whole bowl.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal. All landing nets, 30% off already low Fleet Farm prices, starting at $6.29.
The Kalin's Google Eye swim bait features a built-in glass rattle in the head that puts off awesome vibration and noise. Also features a wire keeper that locks on your favorite soft plastic paddle tail. The Kalin's Google Eye swim bait, available in 4 sizes and 4 colors.
Johnson Pump makes the best aeration systems in the world. In fact, most major boat manufacturers exclusively use Johnson Pump aeration systems. Johnson Pump also makes portable aeration kits. It's like having a bait shop right along with you. Our exclusive tiny bubbles stay longer in the water, providing more oxygen while removing harmful carbon dioxide. That keeps your expensive live bait frisky and ready to catch more fish. Johnson Pump aeration systems, great for your bucket, cooler, or boat. And remember, folks, get Johnson Pumped!
What lies beneath can no longer hide. New Mega Imaging Plus uses high-frequency sonar to show you fish and structure up to 200 feet below your boat and 200 feet out to either side. No more secrets, no more guesswork, just a clearer picture of the world below, down to a fish's species and direction. Because more detail means more of this. Whoa. Only from Humminbird.
Yeah, there we go. I got one rod with a minnow on it, one with my grub on it, and that was the minnow. And I'll tell you, folks, these that's a nice one right there. These I'll show you what I'm doing here. And again, that's that eagle claw hook, that Aberdeen hook, folks, with a tail hook minnow. And that's really all you need. Again, you tail hook them so they swim around. And that one I'm going to keep for eating. But I want to talk a little bit about, I don't know who makes these bobbers, but they're called rocket bobbers. And I love them because you can cast them a long way. But another thing that's nice about these, Caleb, too, is that you can cast them into the wind, right?
Yeah, John, like you're casting down there, and I'm kind of casting up here and letting it drift down. But like you said before, you can use a real small jig or even the plain hook in the minnow and cast them well into the wind and let them drift down.
And I know that Fleet Farm has them. There, 2 in a row on the minnow. Well, Caleb, you taught me to have both, you know, and that makes a difference. You know, you need a little bit warmer temperature, I think, for that scrub to work really well. And we got ourselves another eater. Well, that one might even be a little too small. But see how that long shank hook, folks, hooks them right in the top of the mouth right there? I like that. That's a throwbacker. Now this one's on the crappie scrub. And feels a little bit better too, Caleb. Bending that rod pretty good. And there we go. Now that's a nice crappie, isn't it, Caleb?
Yeah, John,
right there?
That's a real nice crappie. And you know, it's even better when you get them on the scrubs because you're actually back there jigging the rod.
Yeah, and when you work that scrub, folks, you don't have to work it real hard. Actually, what you do, cast it out, let the jig get down to the end of the line, and then just kind of move it a little bit, jiggle, and let it sit. And if you got big waves, Caleb, they'll actually bite just on the motion of the waves itself. And does time of day make any difference for crappies this time of year, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think time of day makes kind of a big difference this time of year. You know, I got some friends that fish back home, and they'll fish in little creeks, but they only catch them in the dark. You know, once the sun comes up, they kind of move out here to where these crappies, they probably get a little more active throughout the day. You know, everything warms up, and these fish kind of seem to be getting a little bit better as we move out through the day.
Yay, there he is. You know, these are fun too, folks. Ooh, this one feels pretty good, Caleb. And, ooh, look at him fighting down there. Now there is a crappie, Caleb. Look at that guy.
That is a good fish right there.
You know?
Look right where that hook is.
Yep, and that, again, that eagle claw hook, almost always is right there at the top of the lip. A scrubby-dubby-dubby, scrubby-dubby-dubby. And there we go. Another eater. But I want to mention too, folks, I talked a little bit before, we're on Pine Lake today in Waukesha County, but these are the lakes that I really grew up fishing as a kid. And Pine Lake is really good. Okachi Lake is excellent for crappies this time of year. Pewaukee has crappies. Little Cedar Lake up in the West Bend area has crappies too. And I grew up in high school coming out here and catching these, Caleb. And times haven't changed. I still love watching that bobber go down, man. It's fun. If this is a crappie, it's a big one, Caleb, on that scrub.
Scrub, huh?
Yeah. And let's see what we got here. We have ourselves a nice crappie right there. And look at how he ate that scrub. Interesting thing on that bite, folks, is my bobber didn't go down. It went up. And a lot of times crappies will be suspended, Caleb, and when they bite, they'll kind of push the bait up, right? And the bobber will just kind of lie down.
Yeah, John, like you said, I mean, either it'll kind of raise up or even that bobber will stop as it's going with the waves and it'll do almost like a 360. It'll spin around and all they'll do is just come up and hang on to it real light.
Two rods, it's kind of hard to use. It's hard to
you're
keep
on
up.
A little bit of a pocket of them back there.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. Another good eater there. And I can actually get another fish off of that minnow there, folks, too. Caleb, I really wish I had my grandkids out here for this, you know?
This is fun, and you know, we moved a little bit here. Like you said, we're moving around.
Ooh, that's a good one, buddy. Yeah, we just moved a little bit, right?
A little bit, and we were getting these fish, you know, on the east side of us, and they seem to move over out to the channel a little bit with this, with the wind and cloud cover now.
You know, Caleb, a lot of folks ask me what depth of water and what type of a bottom you look for crappies in April. That's a nice crappie.
You know, right now with the water being 44, these fish are just going to start to stage. You know, we're in 12 foot of water with weeds that come up about 4 foot. And we're only putting our bobbers down less than 5 foot, you know, 4 foot. And these crappies are coming through suspended in nice schools like these.
Boy, it has slowed down though, hasn't it, since that sun went under the clouds?
It has slowed down. They got a little finicky or they just moved away.
Oh, there's
nice
another.
fish.
Oh, look at that guy, Caleb.
Oh, yeah.
That's a beautiful crappie. And you kind of moved us out to about 11, 12 feet of water, huh?
Yeah, just moved us out a little bit.
Boy, isn't that a pretty fish?
That is a beautiful crappie.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2020 Fishing Contest.
Austin Premchak of West Bend caught this 28-inch walleye on the Fox River on a jig and minnow. Gene Goulan of Wausau caught this 15-inch crappie on the Willow Flowage on a waxworm. George Halsladen of Swamico caught this 30-inch brown trout on Lake Michigan on a spoon. Wayne Hagedorn of Fond du Lac caught this 40-inch northern on the Fox River on a shiner. And this week's kids winners are Bennett Werner of Random Lake caught this 38-inch pike on Spring Lake on a shiner. And Braden Bolt of Beaver Dam caught this 27-inch walleye on Lake Dubay on a sucker.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. Check out what I found this week. Fluger Try-On Spinning Reel on sale for $24.99, saving $15. And the Strike King Rage Swimmers are on sale too for $9.
Well, that was a beautiful mess of crappies, and we may go back to those a little bit later on, but with the cloud cover, as I mentioned, we're going to try for some bass, and I'm going to start out with a bait that I can cover a lot of water with and move really slow, and that's a jerk minnow, and I like that green shiner color. And for the bass, what are you going to try out there, Caleb?
You know, this paddle tail, I'm going to chuck it out along the weed lines and just do a slow retrieve, but trying to cover a lot of water at the same time.
Well, that didn't take long, Caleb. Kind of switch gears here, put the crappie rods down and grab the bass rod. And here we go, the first largemouth bass of the year. And I want to repeat to the folks at home, and that's on that jerk minnow, my all-purpose bait, that again, the bass season for the first time ever is now open in Wisconsin April 1st, and it's open year-round. It's catch and release this time of year, but beginning in May, the first Saturday in May, you can keep them if you want, but that was fun. Oh, that one hit pretty close to the boat, huh?
Yeah, John, we were just drifting here.
Ooh, using a jerk bait, huh?
Yep. Changing it up, you know, like we said, we were going to go after these bass. We had a little different weather conditions.
It is weird though, fishing for these in April because neither of us know the pattern.
No, we're still trying to figure it out.
No, but we can always go back to the crappies.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Another jerkbait fish, huh?
Yeah, another one.
A little better?
Feels like it, John.
Well, hey, bass fishing in April, man.
Not much better, but
no.
Hey,
but I don't think the big females are up yet. You know, these are the males we're catching right now, right?
Yeah.
And that's fun on the jerkbait. Well, we caught those 3 bass, Caleb, and they're not active, so we went back to the crappies. Look at this one. Ooh, that's a nice one on the scrubby dubby there. Whoa, there we go, Caleb. Caleb, look at that guy.
That's a good
beauty
fish.
on that scrub, huh? That's a nice crappie anywhere you go. But no, we tried the bass for a couple hours, tried them early this morning too, and really just couldn't figure them out, you know? So let's go catch a few more crappies and call it a day. What do you think, buddy?
Here we go.
It's kind of hard to leave, isn't it?
I know. Oh, nice crappie.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's a dandy, buddy. That's a beautiful fish. And Caleb, you know, I want to mention to the folks, normally they see you on our Lake Michigan shows, but you guide all over the state when this virus is done, right?
I do, John, and got enough. Oh, we just got off. But yeah, you know, I'm kind of all around.
Yeah, you can't beat this time of year. And oh yeah, I think that water temperature for the bass folks has to get up around 48, 50. Today it was 44. But man, caught a lot of fish.
Captain Caleb Zorn guides all of Wisconsin on a daily basis. For more information, call Caleb at 262-515-7944. 515-7944.
The Kalin's Google Eye Swing Head features a wide base with a built-in glass rattle that puts off a lot of vibration and noise into the water. And the wide base allows it to not get snagged as much along the bottom. Check this out in 3 sizes and 3 colors.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this.
So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps?
Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set?
Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin.
For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333.
From the kennel to the coop, whatever the season, Fleet Farm has everything to keep your animals happy and healthy. Whether it's keeping the backyard birds well-fed season, mastering those retrieval skills season, or wondering who takes care of who season. There's a reason people say if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, you don't need it, because we have it all. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Well, I'll tell you what, Caleb, I've had just almost enough today. Had an awful lot of fun, buddy. Look at this one. Oh, there's a beautiful crappie. But we caught a lot of fish today, and once again, I want to mention to the folks a little early for the bass. But again, folks, we kept our social distancing today, stayed close to home, and we'll continue to bring you a new show every week as long as we can. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish at. We will find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, John Gillespie. This is me, and everything done here.